Number 12, Joanne Hayes.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Order! Order! I've called order. Joanne Hayes.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. My question is to the Minister for Small Business. How are small businesses benefiting from the export markets initiatives and the business growth agenda?
Honourable Craig Foss.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Small and medium businesses, which are export-focused, are benefiting from the business growth agenda, which is helping create a more competitive and productive economic environment. The export market strand in the BGA is assisting small businesses in a number of ways, such as improving access to international markets through free trade agreements, such as the recently signed Korea-New Zealand FTA. The New Zealand Trade and Enterprise is helping internationally focused small businesses succeed in overseas markets. NZTE works hard with 3,500 companies, focusing intensively on 700 of those. Mr. Speaker, these initiatives and many others show how this government is supporting and growing export markets and opportunities for New Zealand small businesses.
Mr. Speaker.
Supplementary question, Joanne Hayes.
What reports has the Minister seen on export growth for small and medium businesses?
Speaker.
The Honourable Craig Foss.
I've seen a number of reports which show that exporting opportunities for small and medium businesses are continuing to grow. The 2014 Statistics New Zealand Business Operations Survey, released this month, shows that the number of small businesses engaged in export sales has increased, listen carefully to this, has increased from 13% in 2007 to 21% in 2014. For medium-sized businesses engaged in export sales, this has increased from 21% in 2007 to over 28% in 2014. This export growth, Mr. Speaker, of our small and medium-sized enterprises is leading to more revenue, higher profits, growth and more jobs for New Zealanders.
Mr. Speaker.
Supplementary question, Jacinda Ardern.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Supplementary to the Minister. Does he stand by the statement made on the business.gov website that, quote, no business should pay more than it needs to for insurance cover, end quote? If so, why does he not accept the advice from ACC themselves that currently businesses are paying too much for their insurance cover?
Honourable Craig Foss.
Mr. Speaker, I welcome the member's patsy once again on ACC for businesses.
Just rise and answer the question.
Mr. Speaker, a pleasure. Mr. Speaker, small and medium-sized enterprises are already benefiting or are about to benefit from locked-in $1.5 billion in reduction in ACC levies, as we've heard from myself in response to many questions, 17 questions on this matter, I believe, from the opposition, as well as what the Minister for ACC just recently said. Mr. Speaker, cash flow considerations for small and medium enterprises, such as insurance, such as taxation, is essential. And the last thing they need is complex new taxes which will negatively impact upon their cash flows.
Order. Order. Supplementary question, Joanne Hayes.
What would negatively impact export growth among small and medium businesses?
Speaker.
Honourable Craig Foss.
Small and medium businesses are experiencing increased export growth. They need certainty as they look to grow further and grow their export opportunities. Small and medium-sized businesses don't want uncertainty on whether existing FTAs or new FTAs are supported or not. They don't want uncertainty as to whether new and complex new taxes would be thrown onto them. They don't want uncertainty as they look to explore export growth as to whether they can employ new Kiwis and more workers under the 90-day trial as they look to expand export growth. Mr. Speaker, the statistics that I mentioned earlier show that the trade policies of this government are very good for New Zealand small businesses.
Order. 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 That concludes questions for oral answer. I call on government orders of the day number 1 to 3.
Immigration.